Hello and welcome back to Ancient Ion. It is round 6 here in Canada. We have gone qualifying just underway for the last 2 minutes. It does say practice on the left, but let's just ignore that for now. But it is qualifying, and right now, for now, is on pole with the 137.1, but that seems to be just a banker lap. Let me just get up the practice results real quick. Yeah, not even close to a banker lap, to be honest. The fastest times we've had here are 107s. Capstar had a 107.7 in FP1. Mr. Much Glove also had a 107.7 in practice 2. Dakar had a 107.9. I know the Audis, Ariante and Merc Music, they said that their cars are fast on one lap pace, but in race trim, they don't believe their car is that fast. They believe it's not that strong, so it seems like Dakar might be able to capitalize on this and extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship. As we speak, Dakar has just done a 107.7, which is, I think, technically the second fastest lap of the weekend, apart from FP3. I don't know what happened to FP3. I wasn't able to see the results in time, and they haven't posted yet. So, but yeah, currently Dakar is on pole, and it seems to be pretty. I mean, he seems to be on pole for the rest of the session. I don't know if anyone can beat that lap, other than someone getting an absolutely perfect lap. But you see Dino Monkey there, a 108.0. Fernand's up here with a 108.2. So does Capstar. So that's your top four for now. But of course, we'll see drivers go much faster as the session continues on. Moto's improving Sector 2. Sector 1 wasn't great for him, it seems. You can see here through the last sector here, this very, very tight right hairpin. Pretty slow on the entry, but he was probably just setting up for his next lap, to be honest. You see here onto the main straight, and then I'm assuming they're definitely starting off their flying laps here. Yep, there you go. They haven't reset, so they're definitely starting their flying laps. All right. So 10.5 minutes left in the session. We still have only 5 drivers in the sub 109s. There's Moto going off to the sausage cribs. Dynamonkey, I think, also started his lap. Unless that's an out lap, but it's one or the other. Off into the grass. So does someone else. Well then. Let's try not to go rallycrossing this time around, okay? I don't know who that was, but they just went absolutely flying off. And they just said, that's it for that lap. But yeah, only 5 drivers so far in the sub 109s. Still waiting for people to put in some decent times. There's Ariante with a purple Sector 2. Don't know how good Sector 1 was. I mean, it wasn't an improvement, so this could be an out lap. It could be a flying lap. Who knows? But around the hairpin, onto the bridge now, and then coming up to the final corner, onto the main straight once this ends. Yep, final chicane, and onto the main straight, passing Real Miggy. And to the line, Ariante goes pole with a 107.5. 2/10 faster than anything we've seen in FP1 and FP2. FP3 wasn't posted, so I don't know what happened there. But yeah, Ariante is on pole with the 107.5, which is what they expected, at the very least, that their car was fast in qualifying. How they shape up in the race, we'll have to see we'll have to see in a few minutes. But Ariante is on pole position for now. Dakar P2, Dino Monkey still standing in P3, Moto up to P4, and Fernand rounds off the top 5. There's Moto spinning off on our screens. Merc Music still trying to put in a decent lap, or at least an actual lap. I believe this should be his out lap, though. And then going on to the main straight, he'll be there to start off his flying lap. Let's just go on board with him real quick. This here, very much uphill. Onto the grass, we'll just ignore that. It's a bit of a Bahrain turn 10 kind of corner there, except just immediately to another left. I don't know this track very well, so. The tight hairpin here to the left. and onto another straight, DRS straight actually. And here, just a gaggle of cars in his way, but here, a bit of a long left, kind of a triple apex corner, but not really. Flat left and then a flat right here, going downhill. Wow, that is a dodgy corner. Right, ooh, almost onto the soft curve, so keeps it on track, avoiding it, and now hairpin, turn right, and then onto the bridge now to end off his lap. Bit to the left, and then finally this last few corners and onto the main straight. 420 Brick Music will finish his lap in P7. P7 with a 108.2. Not the greatest of laps, but he's still trying to. He still has 7.5 minutes. He should be fine to get another lap in. Capstar also in the sub 108s. He has a 107.8. Exactly a 10th behind Dakar. So if he can find that 10th, he can easily get onto the front row. Luchaba is on an improvement here. Sector 2. Not an improvement Sector 2. But he still has Sector 3 to finish off the lap. So hopefully he can improve his position. At least that's what he's hoping for himself. We have Cowpox here also improving. But he's on the medium compound. Jeez. Ace is on his first flying lap, it seems. Either that or it's an out lap. It's one of the two. Anyways, Lucha across the line improves one position, 109.7. Dakar's on improving in Sector 2, not Sector 1 though. So, well, here we go across the bridge, through the final corners and across the line. He will finish that lap with an improved, but it's not enough to beat Ariante's time. He's improved by just over 1/10 of a second, but still not enough. He still needs to gain that extra 10th to get onto pole position. Meanwhile, Fernand is on an improvement in Sector 1. Let's just go on board real quick. Downhill, double right, basically, into the last sector. Did not improve his Sector 2 time, but still pushing his car as fast as he can here to uphill, hairpin to the right and to the bridge. Slight left there, completely flat out for these last few corners and across, well, to the main straight and across the line. He improves, but it doesn't gain him any positions. He goes P. He's still P. He just stays P6. Capstar though, absolutely flying here. Sector 1 and Sector 2 improvements. He could be looking for a P2 or P1 here. I mean, no purple sectors, but he's looking very fast here for this last sector. Across the bridge, past Mr. Cowpox, and across the line here. He will improve his time, but he didn't gain enough in Sector 3, and he stays P3. He does have a 107.7, though, so that's a good time for him. And so far, they're the only 3 drivers in the sub 108s, with Dynamonkey just lurking outside of it. Leon was also on improved time last time out, 108.2. Dom there with a 108.3. Rio Rick Astley was improving in Sector 2, but then he's crashed there. Mr. Cowpox still on the mediums, apparently, is improving. But, let's just see what he does. He's on the mediums. I don't know if it's going to be much. I think Innova's just improved to P11. With a 1.8, he has a 108.7. Yep, right now. Okay, so the only one that is on a lap time that's improving is Mr. Cowpox. He's on the medium compound, which who knows why. But he's coming through the last sector, hoping to see if he can get a half decent lap time on. Across the bridge, final few corners, to the main straight, and across the line. Mr. Cowpox will finish the lap with a 115. Alright, I should not have hoped for much more than that. Meanwhile, Ace is on improvement. Aww. Well, that sucks. Ace is on improvement Sector 1 and 2, and immediately he apparently messed up the lap somewhere, so he has to restart that. Dakar with the purple Sector 2. Here we go, Dakar. Finally something happening at the front. Here we go. Right hairpin to the bridge once again. He's improved his sector 2 to the purple. He has a purple sector 2. Should have just said that first. To the main straight. Will he improve to P1? Yes, he does. A 107.4. A tenth faster than Ariante. And Ariante still has to find that extra tenth if he wants to get pole position today. Meanwhile, he is on track. I believe that is an outlap for him. His teammate right behind him, Merc Music, still sitting in P8 with a 108.299. So, for second in the championship, Merc Music really needs to get going with these quality laps. Shark is on improvements. Nee might be on an improvement. I mean, he hasn't put a lap in, so we'll just ignore him for now. Jay-Z's on improvement. Toots is looking good with 2 seconds. Never mind, he's going backwards. He's dead. Jay-Z improving sector 1. Mr. Matchglobe improving sector 1. He was on top for FP2. So let's see. Can he move up the grid? Get a bit. Oh, that's commentated. Okay. Well, that's commentator's curse, isn't it? Let's go back to Jay-Z through the last sector. He's pretty far down the grid, so I don't know if he's going to make that much time up here. Across the line, though. Moves up to P18. He's gotten a few tenths, but still P18. I mean, with the amount of talent on this grid, it's fine, honestly. But we move on to someone else, and that someone else is Mr. Matchglobe. Apologies. Just on his outlap. I'm trying to see if Rap got under investigation for jumping in and out. Well, nice job, Nova. Nice job. Anyone under? Well, Nova's under improvement, but he's being under investigation. He's over the sausage scripts and he's in the wall. My days. Still waiting for Ariante is done with the session, so he will not improve his lap time. Capstar is also done. Dino Monkey's still on track. Nova is done. Mr. Cowpox finally on the softs through the final sector. Should be improving his lap time from a 1:14.9. Jesus Christ, dude. It was an outlap. That's why. So, through turn 1. Let's see anyone else here improving lap time. Dino Monkey is green sector 1 through this downhill double right-hander. It's a green sector 2 as well, so he's looking good here. Could he take P3 from Capstar? Could he take P2? Could he take P1? I don't think he's not taking P1. But he could still take P3 if he improves enough, or at least get in a sub 108 lap time for once. Cross the line, Dino Monkey takes P3 from Capstar, 107.6. That's one position gained for Dino Monkey for the Canadian Grand Prix. A 107.6 is enough to put him in P3. No one else seems to be improving. I mean, Mr. Cowpox is improving, but he's kind of low. Dom here, sector 3, also improving. So let's just go with Mr. Cowpox because he's closer to the line. Over the bridge, through the final few corners, he looked a bit dicey there. But across the line, he goes P21. He's gained a few seconds. Dom here gaining time. Mr. Matchglobe also improving his time. Dom finishes his lap. Does not improve his position. Mr. Matchglobe across the line here. Will he improve his position? Yes, he does. Moves up to P5. A 108.0. From P10 to P5. That's a good quality session for Mr. Matchglobe. Puts him in the top 5. Anyone else here? I believe that should be everyone. Yep. Everyone is done with qualifying. So, Dak out. Well, from P12 to the pit lane. Goodbye. Nova gets sent to pit lane for jumping in and out and into his car. So, great job. Anyways, on pole is your current driver standings, drivers championship leader. Those are the correct words. Drivers championship leader Dakar is on pole position. Ariante P2, Dynamaki P3, Capstar P4, Mr. Machikola P5, Moto P6, Fernand P7, Leon P8, 420 Merc Music down in P9. Not a great quality session for him. And finally, rounding up the top 10 is Dom with a 108.3. We have a few minutes until qualifying. Sorry, not qualifying, till the race. It's a 36 lap race as seen on the top. So I don't think there should be any rain happening today. Let me just go check it out real quick. Yep, completely sunny for the entire weekend. So it should be a pretty simple race, most likely a one stop. I mean, it's 36 laps. Could be a two-stop depending on the tire wear, especially with the amount of elevation in corners. I mean, could be a lot. We're gonna go on to break real quick, and we'll see. I mean, we're seeing Luchabot just violating his car. His car's moving up and down. I don't even know what is happening to Luchabot. What is going on here? What is he doing? Is he stuck? He's just stuck in the car. He's actually just stuck in the car. All right, so we're gonna go on break here. You'll see everyone get to line up, but you won't hear from me for a minute or two. So we'll be back. All right, you know what? I've just realized we can't see the cars on the grid for some reason. This camera system is just doing this to us. I'm gonna rejoin the game, so we'll go straight to break, and then I'll be right back. we're about to get underway. I mean, I can't get the cameras to get fixed, so it's whatever. But we're about to get underway here for the Canadian Grand Prix. You can see Dakar lined up in P1 with Matthias Pischan just there next to him. P2, we're still waiting on Ariante to finally get in here. There he is. One Mr. Ariante getting in position for P2 and the formation lap. We have Dynamonkey there, we have Capstar P2 and 3. P5, we have Master Macho Globe, we have P6 is Moto. Moto is his name, right? I forgot. Let me go check real quick. Should be Moto, right? Yeah, I'm not stupid. For an MP, oh shoot. Formation lap about to get underway. Or is it race? Oh shoot, it's been a while. Everyone's getting ready, 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. That spectate should be fixed now. And on to, no, we still can't see them. Nice. But through turn 1 into turn 2, Ariante does not have the lead here. Dakar now has the lead from... Had a good run out of turn 2, but it's a 4-car battle here for P1. It's Dakar, Ariante, Dynamonkey, and Mr. Macho Globe with Capstar just behind all of them. I was not expecting the race to get started that quickly. I forgot we did no formation lap. But yeah, Dakar currently holding on to the lead after a great start from him. Mr. Macho Globe, P2, and it's side-by-side for P3, Ariante, and... that's a car going 2 wheels. I did not see which... I think that was Mr. Macho Globe. I wasn't able to see which one that was. But they're still good to go. Ariante currently in the has gone back into the lead, but Mr. Macho Globe still side-by-side with him for it. Dakar falls back to P3 with Dynamonkey in P4. And then we have everyone else lining up behind them. Everyone's on the hard compounds apart from Leon and Shark and Silent. You see Mr. Macho Globe go wide a bit here just before the bridge, so Ariante takes the lead away from him. And that is lap 1 done. Ariante holds on to the lead after 1 lap and from pole position. Mr. Macho Globe here going wide onto the sausage curbs, lose time. He's lost a lot of time there. He's gone behind possibly Leon there for P5. And maybe even Capstar actually. But currently Ariante leads with Dakar fighting for P2 but with Leon. Leon has had a good start here. He started P8 and now he's into the top 3, trying to stay with them and seeing if he can fight for the lead of this race. Currently, Ariante still holding on to the lead through this downhill double right. He's got a bit of a gap to him, 2P2. Train Pig, why is he up there in the... Okay. Leon and Mr. Macho Globe still side-by-side for P2. Leon goes very deep into the hairpin, and that allows Mr. Macho Globe to go to the inside and take P2 away from him, and that might allow him to fight with Ariante. There's still a bit of a gap, but still Ariante has not pulled away too much. Dakar still... He's moved down to P4. There's Merc Music side-by-side with him, actually. And he's gone past Dakar. So that's good enough for his championship hopes, but it's still not looking too great for him. Ariante goes wide, and that has allowed Leon, Mr. Macho Globe, Dakar, and his teammate Merc Music all to pass him. Ariante still trying to fight off all of them, though. 5 guys versus Ariante. Let's see how this works. It's a gaggle of cars here for P1. Ariante holds on to the lead. Leon P2, Macho Globe P3, and Merc Music actually P4, Dakar P5, Capstar behind all of them, seeing if he can capitalize on any mistakes the top 5 make. But still, everyone side by side, everyone next to each other. That was Merc Music going very wide, almost into the wall, I believe. But Ariante holding on to the lead still with Leon P2. Merc has gotten a great start for himself as well, starting down at P9. He's now up to P4, maybe even P3. He's in the battle there for the win, so it's looking very nice for him. Meanwhile, Dakar has actually fallen off a bit. He's back down to P8. He's allowed a lot of cars passing. He's allowed Dom. He's allowed Acer pass. He's allowed Capstar pass. It's not good. That was not a good lap for him. But there's still a lot of time left for him to catch up to the front. Back up the front though. Leon on his medium compounds, fighting for P1, trying to take P1 away from Ariante. And he has taken P1, I believe, for now, unless DRS decides the fate of that. Yeah, okay, so Leon has taken the lead now. Ariante in P2 with Mr. Machglobe and Merc side by side for P3. I think Mr. Machglobe has gotten the best of him. Dom in P5, Capstar P6, Dakar down here. Actually, Capstar's also fallen off a bit. Acer's caught to the front runner, so he's looking very good. Everyone's still very close after only 4 laps. Leon surely with the tire advantage should be pulling away. Of course, DRS is helping the cars behind, but with the tire advantage, surely Leon would want to pull away, but it's going to be very difficult, especially with the amount of talent behind him. But he's gotten a decent gap for him. It's not too bad. You see here, that's Dom actually in P3 ahead of Mr. Machglobe. But Mr. Machglobe seeing if he can take P3 back from him. He's gotten a good run out of turn 4, I believe that was. He's back up into P3 for now, but Dom's still going side by side with him. And behind Acer has joined the battle. He might be he's made a double overtake. At least he's attempted it. Hasn't really worked out though. He's lost out to both of them with the other two getting a better run than him. So Mr. Machglobe holds on to P3 for now. Dom and Acer right behind him. And really, the championship runners that we expected to be here are not here. They're back down. Actually, is that P2? I thought that was Ariante. Oh, my bad. They just, okay. Ariante back down to P6. Merc Music up in P2. That is my fault. Just did not expect Ariante to be down there. Dakar down to P7, which is kind of crazy. Back up the front is still a 3-car battle there. Merc Music and I believe that's Acer have still... Oh, Ariante is back up here with the battle, so it's just a bit of lag. But yeah, Leon so far has pulled away almost a 1 second gap behind, but Merc Music in P2, Acer up into P3. A very nice start for him. He started down in P11, so it's a great job. Great first few laps, and hopefully he can continue his battle for the podium positions. But Acer up in P2 now, past 420 Merc Music. Ariante in P4, Dom holding on for P5, I believe, for now, and Mr. Machglobe still fighting for that position as well. It's still a gaggle of cars here. Acer and the Audis. That is a car off into the wall. It is Dom. He has gone straight into the air and goes straight into the wall. That is a huge, huge accident. He's still okay to go racing, but Jesus Christ. That car was in the air. A huge disappointment there for Dom. And he goes from fighting for the podium positions to now down in P14. But back at the front though, Acer holding on for P2, Merc in P3, Machglobe up in P4 with Ariante P5. Dakar has lost a lot of ground. He's all the way back here fighting with Dino Monkey and Capstar for P6 with Train Pig and Knee just behind them. But the battle for I believe that's 4 still going on with Ariante and Mr. Machglobe. Ariante's currently holding on to P4 for now. Here we go. Acer's caught up to Leon. And maybe now Acer from P11 versus Leon, who was in P8 at the start. Those two now battling for the lead of this race. Merc Music starting in P9 is now in P3. Yeah, these people with the very mid qualifying sessions are at the front end battling for this race win. Their race trim is looking very nice. Side by side now, Acer to the inside takes P1 away. But Leon will not have any of it. He's still looking to see if he can make a move. Switch back to the inside. Trying to see if he can get a better run. Side by side here. Acer goes wide onto the sausage cribs into the wall. And that has allowed Merc Music. That's allowed Mr. Machglobe. That might allow Ariante as well. Past him. He goes from P1 down to P5. Or P4 actually now. Since Ariante did not get the pass. But that is very unfortunate for Acer. Back at the front, Leon holding on to the lead at Merc Music P2 with Acer, sorry, not Acer, Mr. Muchglove P3, Ariante there, still holding on behind Acer, trying to see if he can take the position away from Acer, who still needs to recollect himself after that slight accident, or slight offing. Still side by side though, for P4. See the battle continues. Ariante to the outside, trying to see him get a better run out of the corner onto the next DRS straight. He might have gotten the better run. I think he has, just barely, and now he's ahead of Acer going into the next corner. But Acer looking around the outside, holding a lot more mid-corner speed, and that's allowed him to stay ahead of Ariante for now. But into the downhill double right. Acer holds on to P4. They've all caught up back to the front. And it's a 5-car train, possibly 6, with Dynamonkey there just behind them all. If you hear any sound in the background, that is a vacuum. But Leon holding on to the lead for now. He's got a good gap to him. Merc Music still P2 with Mr. Muchglove P3. And the battle still continues between Acer and Ariante. But now they've caught up to Mr. Muchglove, and now they're passing him. They both pass him as Globe goes a bit wide. And now Ariante and Acer battle for P3 instead. Ariante goes for the better run. Ooh! Globe goes onto the sausage curbs, gets stuck there, and almost goes into the wall. And that's allowing Dynamonkey to catch up to all of them. And here we go, Acer now right behind Merc Music for P2. Acer, after his mistake, has made it back up to P2, or at least into the battle for P2. And hopefully he can catch back up to Leon, and maybe this time not make a mistake for P1. Dacker, wow, Dacker started P2, and now he's back down in P8. 5/10 off a cap start. Jesus Christ, dude. Acer up to P2, now has one Mr. Leon in a Ferrari ahead of him. But Merc Music is not backing down. He's up into P2 again after his move into turn 1. But Acer looking to see if he can fight back for P2. They're side by side going into turn 4, I believe this is. Acer looking for the better run through the S's. Oh, Merc has gone a bit wide, and that allows Acer to get a better line through the S's. Who will get the better run? Wow, Merc got a much better line through that hairpin, or that little corner. And even Ariante looking very nice. He's passed both of them up into P2. They're still battling though for P2. Ariante and Acer have just been battling for the last 5 laps essentially. And they've made themselves go from P4 and P5 to P2 and P3. And if this continues, they'll be battling for the lead. They'll just get Leon very quickly. But currently Leon's still holding on to the lead with his better compound tires. He's got a good gap. I mean, they've closed in very quickly. The gap between P1 and P2 is now 0.7 of a second. They've gained a second from the last time we've updated their timings. Ariante P2, Acer P3, and now they'll be chasing down Leon for P1. And the battle between the two it's been going on for way too long. And they've just been going up the grid together the whole time. I think the pass for P1 might be happening soon. They're within 0.5 of the leader, and surely by the main straight, I think they'll be able to catch it. Oh, he's actually gained a good amount on the straight. I don't know what happened there. That could have been lag, actually. Ariante now on the back of Leon, going for the inside here. Leon go with the switchback, looking for the better run. Can't get it. He just can't help. He just can't defend from Ariante. Ariante goes up to P1, and now it's Ace's turn to see if he can follow Ariante for P1. Leon going a bit deep into the hairpin, but he's still side by side with Ariante. He's very much alongside with him. Jeez. Ariante in the lead, but Leon still holding on for P2. Acer P3. Merc P4. Capstar back up to P5. Dakar back up to P6. Mr. Marshall Club has fallen off. Dynamonkey's fallen off a little bit. So Capstar and Dakar have moved up 2 positions each. Maybe 1 for Capstar. But the battle for P1 still goes on as Ariante and Leon still side by side here through the S's. Acer's backed off a little bit. Down the straight. Leon still holds on to, he's back into the lead and he holds off Ariante just a little bit. But Ariante still looking to see if he can make a move here into the last sector here. Doesn't seem to be a way past Leon apart from this next DRS straight. He'll get DRS, he'll get the slipstream. And now he'll be trying to make the move on Leon into this hairpin. Goes a little bit deeper into the hairpin than Leon does. Cannot get an exit better than him. Still side by side though. Ariante just in the lead by about 2/10. His last few corners are apparently much better than Leon's. And now Ariante back into the lead. Leon P2. Aces backed off a lot actually. He's still P3. But Ariante back up at the front, back up into the lead, and now hopefully he'll try to move away from Leon, who is on some pretty old mediums. He's been on those mediums for a long time. But we'll see how long they'll last. He's gone onto the sausage curve, so that hasn't helped him at all. But yeah, we're a third of the way through this race. We have 2/3 left. And then we'll see pit stops happening probably within the next 10 laps. See any battles here? Dakar P5. Capstar's moved down to P7. I don't know what's happened there. But Dakar's trying to see if he can catch up to Merc Music and take P4 away from him. There's a battle here for P8. Yeah, Knee's holding off P8 from Moto and Train Pigs there, P10. He's a little bit behind, but he still has time to catch up. Back at the front, though, let's just see this. Dakar's made the pass on Merc Music. Oh, Merc is in the pit lane. Here we go. Pit stops happening now. Train Pigs also in the pit lane. We have Fernand also into the pit lane. That's another car. That is Dom also into the pit lane. So instead of pitting late, 420 has decided to pit early this time around. Hopefully that'll help him keep position. So this is the undercut for him and for the other drivers. Out of pit lane, back onto the track. He comes out in P11, just behind Train Pig. Sorry, not Train Pig. He's up into P10. He's just behind. Who in the world is that ahead of him? Is that Toots? Yeah, it is Toots. Toots. Ah, there we go. See, it is P11. It's just the board didn't show Train in the pits for whatever reason. So Merc Music surely should be making the pass on Toots pretty soon with his fresher tires. And now everyone at the front sees this, and they'll be thinking that now might be the best time to pit. Or they could go to a different strategy. We'll see. But Acer moves up to P2 for the race. Leon dives into the pit lane from his medium compounds. He's gone pretty far on them. Okay. I've never seen someone drift in pit lane, but we've just seen it now by Leon in a Ferrari. I think he's the only one in pit lane, right? Yeah, he's the only one that's decided to pit this lap. So him and his big ass sunglasses coming out of pit lane. He will come out P9. He'll come. Oh nope, P12 probably. Yeah. There he is, Mr. Match Globe. Oh, he's not. He's just behind 420 Merc Music, so he's lost position, but not too much time. Dom's on the mediums. Jeez. All right. I mean, fair enough. So it seems to be a two-stop strategy here. Merc with the purple sector 1. Here we go. It seems to be a two-stop strategy because they pitted 13 laps in. So it might be a hards medium for him. I think that could be the strategy he's going for. Ariante surely will die. I mean, he could be going for a one stop. I think Ariante might be going for the one stop. Hold on one moment. All right. Ariante holding on to P1, Dacker P2 now after the pit stops. Acer's actually lost position to Dacker. So Dacker's looking pretty good here if he can hold. I think Dacker might be going for a one stop at this rate. He could be going for a one stop. Who knows? We have finished. I mean, once they cross the line, it'll be 16 laps completed with 20 left to go in this race. Merc Music with the fastest lap of the race. What was it? It was a 113.7. So, still waiting for more pit stops to happen, especially at the front. Right now, 420 Merc Music is leading the people that have made a pit stop. Leon P2 in that train. But Ariante across the bridge, he's going for a one stop. There's no way he isn't. Dacker also, long time. Yeah, he's going for a one stop as well. Acer's looking for a one stop, I believe. Same with Capstar. I think Moto should also, yeah, at this rate, just go for the one stop. Knee is in P6. JZ P7 into pit lane. Wow, the brakes. So Merc Music up into P7, Leon up into P8. Let's see, will they catch up with this two-stop strategy? Or it could just be a really weird one-stop, who knows? Anyways, Ariante still leading. 2.5 second gap to Dacker. Acer's dropped off a little bit. He's 4.4 seconds off the top. With Capstar there as well. Merc Music still trying to catch up to Knee and the rest. If you, he needs to catch up to the others if he really wants to make this work. Or at least cut the gap into half once they pit. Dacker's catching Ariante now. The gap between them 2.2 seconds at the last sector timer. I think it'll be much less now going across the line. Yeah, the gap's 1.2 seconds. Oh boy. Here we go, Dacker. So Dacker should be making the move for, unless he was using a lot of ERS, but yeah, Dacker seems to be making the move on Ariante pretty soon, or maybe in pit lane, who knows. But 17 laps completed, we're almost halfway through this race. Mr. Machkov and Leon still battling here for position. Leon just behind him for now. Train picks their P10. Merc Music has actually caught up now to Knee. Looking to see him make the move for P6 around the outside onto the grass. And that was a very easy move for Merc Music. So he's up into P6 and now has Moto just ahead of him. Capstar, there's Acer. Dacker's holding on to this gap to Ariante. We are now halfway through this race, and surely now they'll be looking to make a pit stop soon enough. Acer shoots first from the top 5. He comes to the pit lane. So does Capstar. He's also shooting with him. So that'll be a one stop for them. Capstar's in. Knee is also into pit lane after being passed by Merc. Almost into the garage. Yeah, but they'll be hoping to see if this strategy works out for them. One less pit stop is pretty nice. Still, so okay, so Acer's coming out of pit lane now, behind, I believe Fernand that was. Oh, that is a Williams off into the, that is Shark. It looks like he went wide onto the sausage curves and then just died. But yeah, Acer comes out behind Fernand. Now I was looking to see if he can take P7 away from him. Chipig also up there in P6. So the top three still haven't pitted. Make that three of the top four. Moto down to P4 with Merc Music just passing him now. Surely now Dakar and Ariane pit. Yep, there we go. Dakar as well. Oh, he's into the pit wall. So the top two have pitted. Moto surely comes into the pits now. Yeah, he does. So, Ariane in the box. Surely comes out ahead of Dakar. No, he doesn't. What? Bad pit stop by Audi makes Dakar. Means Dakar moves up past Ariane for position. That's a horrendous stop for Audi, apparently. They're just ahead of Trainpig for P4 and 5. And now they're battling for P4 out of pit lane. Moto still... he's definitely... Surely he pitted, right? Yeah, he did. But for now, Merc is in the lead. He has a 4-second gap to Leon and an 11-second gap to Ariane. So he needs to extend this gap. Or at least maintain the gap for their second pit stop of the day. And hopefully he can catch back up to them. But yeah, Merc Music in the lead, but he still has to make one more pit stop, I believe. Unless he's catching all of us out. Leon up into P2, Ariane P3, P4, Dakar out. Ariane is actually made the move back on Dakar, so he's back up into the podium positions. Trainpig up in P5. Anything happening here? Dynamonkey's DNF to Miggy's still having to pass him. Sharks here. Falcon has DNF and Silent has DNF. So we've had 4 DNFs. Dakar is still trying to stay with Ariane for the effective lead of the race. Dakar with a purple sector 1. He's keeping up pretty well. Oh boy. Also, Moto also with a purple sector 1. So Moto trying to get back into the top 10 and hopefully back up to the front once all of the pits happen. Any battles here? Moto's purple sector 1 and 2 side by side with Dom here for P10. Moto seems to get the better of Dom, so he's back up to P10 with a purple sector 1 and 2. So let's see if he takes the fastest lap of the race for now. Cross the line. He does. Purple sector 3 as well. That was a 111.9, 2 seconds faster than some of the front runners. So he's gaining a lot of time here on the fresher tires, and he was probably using a lot of battery there as well, but happens. Acer and Trainpig side by side for P5. Trainpig onto the sausage curbs just a little bit, but Acer getting the better of him for P5. And Trainpig will have to just settle for P6, and hopefully he can make the move later on. Actually, maybe right now, Trainpig still holding on behind with, I believe that's Fernand? Fernand and Mr. Match Club just behind both of them. Bit of a trade here. Into turn 1, Ace is still ahead. Mr. Match Club's also still ahead of who he's supposed to, what was it, Fernand? Yeah, Fernand. Side by side though, just barely for Acer and Trainpig. Through the S's, I think Acer might have the better one of the two. Yeah, he's got a better line. Back here, side by side for, I believe that's P7. Yeah, P7. Brandon Fernand just ahead, but Mr. Match Globe has a better run. Wow, so he's gotten back ahead of him off the end of the straight. Not a great corner though. So Fernand up into P7, and they're still in this train for P5. Acer behind basically. Yeah, just P5 to P9. This train is going on. The gap between Ariante and Merc has still stayed the same, so it's looking good for Merc Music, who will be making his pit stop soon, surely. Don't want to pit too late, or else you won't have time to catch up. Never mind, Ariante just gained a second on Merc, so yeah, I think pitting soon might be the best option. We're almost 2/3 through this race once they cross the line. Yeah, Decker and Ariante have just gone green sector 1, and they're catching Leon pretty quickly. So yeah, we'll be watching Merc and Leon to see once they pit and where they come out. I think Merc, they'll come around here. Leon might come back down here because actually no, that's a pretty big, Jesus, that's a huge gap from Jay-Z to Toots. What? Okay. Back up at the front for this fight for P5. Actually, Moto joins in this battle up into P7 ahead of Train Pig. He's made 3 overtakes in the span of a lap, I think, while I wasn't watching. Train Pig has gone back ahead of him, but Moto has a better line and a better run. Oh, they're in the pit lane. There goes Train Pig. There goes Fernand as well. Have they pitted? No, they have not. So that's 2 cars into pit lane, 3 cars in the pit lane. That's Mr. Match Globe, and another one as well. That's Dom. Oh, Dom, my guy. All right. So Train Pig gets out of pit lane first. Then it's Fernand, then Mr. Matcha Globe, and they come out back onto the track behind Jay-Z? Seems to be Jay-Z, yeah. Oh, they caught up to the front very quickly. He might. I don't know if he pitted. Actually, don't know. Leon hasn't. I don't think they pitted yet, have they? Unless I'm just really stupid. Alright, so Ariante up into P2. Decker trying to take P3 away from Leon in the Ferrari. 11 laps left in this race. I mean, surely it's a 2-stop, right? Or is that just a really weird 1-stop? I mean, it's more possible for Leon since he pitted a lap later. But with Merc, I don't know. Well, Ariante has gone green sector 1. It's now 1.8 seconds to the front. Let's see what Merc can do. He's within the second now. They're trying to lap some cars. I think it's Quinton and Real Rick Astley. Oh, there we go. Merckx dived into pit lane. That seems to be a pretty late call, honestly. I don't think that was a good idea. But he's onto the medium, surely, right? Softs. What? Okay. Okay, yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, do it. 10 laps on softs. Let's go. All right, let's run it. He's lost a lot of time these last few laps. He's lost 10 seconds in 3 laps. And then he's had to make a pit stop along with it. So let's see where Merc Music can finish this race off. He is 15 seconds. Nope, not even 50. Yeah, 19 seconds off the top behind Knee. I don't know what that strategy. I don't know why they put it so late. That made no sense. Leon, honestly, Leon might be going for the one stop just because he pitted a lap later, and he started on medium. So the fight for P1 continues. Ariante back into P1. Dakar is in P2, just less than a second behind him. We still have 9 laps left to go in this race once they cross the line. The gap at the top, 5/10. Dakar just behind Ariante. Well, I was told by Ariante that the race trim wasn't looking good. And, I mean, for Ariante, it looks pretty nice. Merc Music, I think it's just a strategy error, but, you know, it happens. Unless he can absolutely send that car back up to the top 5 on soft compounds. But, I mean, yeah, just have at it, you know? Battle for P4 is still going on between Cap and Acer. Purple Sector 1 there. So he's gained a second Merc Music since he came out the pit lane. Still has a lot of time to gain, though. Dakar trying to catch up to Ariante. Just trying to see if he can make some sort of pass on him. But the gap still holds on 5/10 of a second. Never mind. On to the main straight. It's definitely less than 5/10. It is 3/10 of a second. Into turn 1, Dakar right behind him. Can he make a move here onto the next DRS straight? Or maybe even now. They're side by side for P1, just barely. Going to the S's now. Merc Music with the fastest lap of the race. He's 16 seconds behind. He's gained 2 seconds since he pitted. Or 3 seconds, actually, since he pitted. Dakar with the DRS. Looking to see him make the move on Ariante once the straight is over with. He's gone a bit wide. Much wider than Ariante. Kind of works. He's got a great run. Side by side into the double right-hander downhill. Dakar just staying behind, but Ariante goes a bit wide on the apex, and they're still side by side onto the next DRS straight into the uphill hairpin. Dakar in the lead, but Ariante trying to fight back here onto the bridge, still side by side. Through the final few corners, Ariante takes the lead back, but just barely. I think a 10th is still between them two, with just under 2/10. And they're still side by side here for the lead. Dakar on the inside there. Still side by side. Going into the S's now. Ariante holding on to the lead still. But Dakar all over the back of him. Merc has gained to 6 seconds since he came out the pit lane. Oh boy, okay. 7 laps to go to the end of this race. Merc surely should be making the pass on Acer. Yeah, he has made the pass on Acer now, and trying to take the pass on Capstar. He might be going for, yeah, he's going up to P3. I mean, at this rate. For P1, we'll see. But Ariante still trying to hold on to P1. Dakar just all over the back of him, just in his mirrors, trying to put the pressure on Ariante, trying to see if he makes some sort of mistake. But he's not making a mistake here. Still P1. And the gap 2/10 of a second between the two drivers. Make that 5/10 of a second at the line. Dakar lost a bit of time. Oh, a bit of oversteer there by Ariante. That might allow Dakar to catch up just a little bit. Six to go here. Merc still has to gain like 2 seconds a lap. More, oh, 2.5 seconds really, I guess, to catch up to the front. Oh, he's 5 tenths behind Capstar now. Hold on. Onto the DRS straight. Looks like he'll be making the move for P4 very soon. The gap at the top is still 5/10, so nothing's really happening there for now. Fernand's moved up into P8 ahead of JZ. Merck still trying to make, or trying to see if there's any room past Capstar. Right behind him on the DRS straight. Nothing happening there. So side by side here for P4, Merck Music into the hairpin, dives it down the inside, and takes P4 away from Capstar, and now has Leon 5 seconds ahead of him, and that'll be 4 at podium positions with 5 laps left to go. He needs to catch Leon, who is just ahead of him. Dakar's backed off a lot. He's now second behind Acer. Sorry, not Acer, Ariante. He might be just trying to conserve the battery here for the final few laps. We'll have to see. Moto's looking very fast there. There's also still a battle going on for the last podium points positions between Jay-Z and Mr. Match Club. And he's there. Trainpig also trying to take P10 away from them, but Moto catching up to them very quickly. So the fight for P10 continues with these 3 drivers, Knee, Trainpig, and Moto. Moto looking to be the fastest of all of them with the soft compounds. Merc now 2 seconds behind Leon, trying to get past all the lap cars. And there's also still a battle here for P8 between Mr. Match Club and Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's pretty far behind, so it's not much of a battle, but unless Club makes a mistake. But Moto now ahead of Trainpig for P10? No, P11. So Moto up into P11, Trainpig down to P12, and now Knee in P10. We'll have to hope that Moto doesn't catch him in time. But Merc Music has made the pass on Capstar just a lap ago. Dakar 5 seconds behind Arianta. I don't know what happened to him. Let me see the chat. Nothing. All right, so Dakar's he just lost 5 seconds, and yeah, that's not great for him. So 4 laps to go. Merc up into P3. It's a battle for P5, possibly. Leon. Never mind. Leon's. I don't know. We'll see. Leon is still a second behind. Fernand and Mr. Match Club still going at it for P7, and Knee in P9. Moto P10. Someone pitted. Was it Jay-Z? I think Jay-Z had a mistake. That's probably what it was. Yeah, Trainpig is falling off a lot there. Well behind Moto for P10. Knee in P9 trying to hold off Moto. And Fernand, Mr. Match Club still fighting for P7. There you see Mr. Match Club just ahead of Fernand. Leon here down up in P6 at least compared to his starting position. That's a Williams off. 3 laps left in this race. And the last battles left to contest are for P7 and possibly P9 if Moto can catch. But side by side here between Globe and Fernand over the bridge through the final few corners. Globe is just ahead, barely, of Fernand. Less than a tenth between the 2 drivers. Through the S's now, Globe just trying to extend the gap to Fernand if he possibly can. But Fernand just still holding on to him. Knees less. Okay, so Moto's just within the second of Knee. You can see right there on our screens. And they're basically within a second of Fernand and Mr. Matcha Globe. So we have 3 laps left. So let's see if they can catch up to them. But Globe going a bit defensive to the inside. Fernand trying to see if there's any room past Mr. Matcha Globe to this next DRS straight in the final sector. Fernand down the inside goes a bit deep, and that's allowed Mr. Matcha Globe to get back past him for P7. What am I saying? That might allow Knee to get back into DRS and probably catch up to them. Moto still has some work to do from P10 if he wants to get up to this battle. 2 laps to go left in this race. Dakar, Ariante is disconnected. Oh, Ariante has disconnected from the lead of the race with a 5-second gap at the front. He is disconnected. No way. Decker up in the lead now. Merc is P2. Capstar onto the podium with P3. Acer P4. Leon P5. Actually, it's a battle for the final podium position between Capstar and Acer. Onto the last lap here. Acer just ahead of Capstar. Just 3/10 now. Capstar ahead in P3. Acer trying to keep up with him, but looks like he has actually. He's still side by side now, going through turn 2. A lot of defensive maneuvers. Side by side going into the S's now. Acer trying to see if he can take P3. He is just ahead for P3. But the next straight here is a DRS straight. That might help Capstar here. Oh, huge oversteer for Acer. And that will definitely allow Capstar up back into P3. And there he goes. Possibly, if he's at the better run. He's not had a great run through the straight. That's a lot of oversteer for Acer. I don't know if Acer can keep it on the track if he continues pushing. That's allowed Capstar back up into P3. And Acer looking to see if there's a move here into the downhill rights, possibly through the last sector. Oh, it's a lot of oversteer for him. But Decker, through the final corners, across the line, is your Canadian Grand Prix winner. Here is round 6. He's won another race. Merc is in P2, but Capstar and Acer still battling for P3. Capstar just ahead, Acer just behind through the final few corners. Capstar will take P3 away from Acer. And that is a podium position for Capstar. Leon takes P5. Moto has made the ground. He's back up into P6. Amazing job for him. Globe P7. Oh, no, actually, Knees in P7. Knees made his P7. Mr. Orange Globe down to P8. Fernand down in P9 with Train Pig in P10. Yeah, Moto. Why is Leon counted as P6? We'll get back to that. Surely not. There's no way. Train Pig across the line for P10. JZ P11. Dom looking to see him get the fastest lap from P12. But yeah, great job on the last few laps there for Moto. Up into it says P5, but if it's P5, that's amazing. Dom in P11 with the fastest lap of the race. JZ has an engine problem. He does not finish P11. He might finish P13. Yeah, Lichabot gets past. Leon also might have had a car issue. I don't know. We'll have to talk. I might have to talk with him later just to see. But yeah, Dom gets the fastest lap of the race with a 108.7. But Dakir, after Ariante's disconnection, wins his 5th race of the season in round 6. Merc finishes P2, Capstar P3, Acer P4, Moto P5, Leon P6, according to this. Knee P7, Mr. Machiko P8, Fernand P9, and Train Pig rounds off the top 10 with Dom in P11 after Jay-Z had a mechanical issue and couldn't cross the line. He didn't even cross the line. Oh, he's crossed the line now. He's walked across the line. It's just like, okay. 2 P14. Someone's killed me. Quinton P15. Mr. Cowpox down to P16. Nova P17. Realvic Astley P18. Ariante DNFs and disconnects at P19. Mickey P20. Shark P21. Dino. Yeah, these last few drivers DNF'd as well. Yeah, so a lot of last lap chaos at the front. Let me get to the podium celebrations. There we go. But Dakar is your Canadian Grand Prix winner. It probably should have been Ariante. But very, very unfortunate for him. Let me see if there's anything in general from him. But the podium celebrations will commence. Yeah, Ariante said his Wi-Fi just switched off in the last 2 laps. Very unfortunate, but on the top step of the podium is Dakar, your championship leader and the 5th race winner. He's won his 5th race this season. Merc in P2, Capstar in P3. Well, we round off another race here in Canada. Interesting stop of the music there. But we round off another race here in Canada. Next week, it will be, if I can get the schedule, I really need to look at the schedule more often. Next week, it'll be Singapore for round 7 of 10. And will anyone stop Dakar? I don't know. He's only been stopped once, and it was by Ariante Merc Music last time out in Great Britain. So let's see if someone can stop him again in Singapore. He's already won half the races. Let's not have that. He's won half the races of the entire season. Come on. But we will see everyone for next week in Singapore. I have been your commentator, Nathan, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye, everyone.